All right. Good evening, That sounded horrible. Let me try that again. Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. How'd everybody do this week? Did everybody fare well through the storm? Because I know there was a lot of people who got hit pretty hard, and some didn't get hit as bad. I didn't get hit as bad as it did around my area through the winter storm that just happened beginning of the week, over the weekend, and then through the beginning of the week. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well and safe and warm now, and everything. I really don't know what to say, really, what to talk about today. It's funny. Before I started, I didn't have anything. I wasn't really thinking about this, until later on. I was like, oh, I need to come sit down, and I need to talk. I need to work on this. And I kept on doing what I was doing today. I'll get back to that here in a minute. And then I was sitting there like, man, I'm getting sleepy. And I was like, what time is this? Like, oh wow, I need to go I need to come and sit down and do my thing. And it's like, man, I haven't done it. I haven't really thought about nothing. I only worked 2 days this week because I was off Monday and Tuesday because of that winter storm. And then we worked Wednesday and Thursday, and I was off today. So that really kind of hurt the AO paycheck a little bit, but that's okay. That's fine. God will provide. We have enough, and I'm okay with that. And so I wasn't really thinking about nothing until just a little while ago. I decided I'm gonna, take a shower and get cleaned up and everything. And as I was in there, my brain just started going over all kinds of different stuff. And I was like, oh wow, there you go. You have something. And then as soon as I sat down here, I didn't know nothing. Didn't know what this. And that's how it is. That's why I started this whole thing. Is because of when I get around people, sometimes I don't know what to say. I don't have nothing to say a lot of the times. I'm just standing there just like, I don't know. I think a lot of it is I live in my mind a lot. I'm like there just thinking about stuff, random stuff, just all the time, just kind of all over the place. And I guess sometimes I forget, like, you need to be talking to people, have conversations, have a connection there with people. And I guess I get lost in myself because I spend a lot of time by myself. Growing up as a child, we moved around a lot, so it was hard to make friends and to make connections. Because as soon as you do, with school's over with, now we're moving again. And so it was growing up, so it was hard. So I guess as an adult, I just kind of continue on that. I mean, I had friends there for a little time, but I look back at that and I wonder, were they really friends? Because I haven't seen none of them in 20 years. It's just like one day they were gone. I went my way, they went their way, and that was it. And I haven't seen them since. And I don't know, because I've got a different path in my life where I'm going. I don't know where they're at. I don't know if I had a friend of mine when I moved back home back in 2013. He came and found me, and then he wanted to hang out with me, but he was doing things that I didn't want to be a part of anymore. I was leaving that old life, moving into a new life, and so I didn't ever go look him up, didn't ever go find him. But I don't know, maybe that's what it is. I spend a lot of time on my mind because when I moved away, I was living with an aunt and uncle, and he was married and had another kid, and I lived with them for about a year or so or less, somewhere in there, and I can't remember how long it was. And then I got my own place. Well, then, like a year later, they moved, so I was there by myself, and I was going to work. So I just got really, really locked into myself, really inward, I guess. Because before that, I was social, and I was hanging out with people, but that was that social partying, I guess. This is before I got saved, before I accepted Christ as my personal savior, and so I was doing that. And then when I got locked in, when I was there by myself, basically locked myself in. I mean, I would go every weekend. I'd go and visit another aunt and uncle back home, on the weekends and hang out with them. But for the most part, I just got by myself, and I realized something, that I don't need people to be happy and content. Now, I do like hanging out with people when I'm ready to and I want to. It's because I want to, not because I have to. If you have to do that, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. I do it because I want to, and that's what I like. That's just a personal preference. That's something I learned over those 6 years that I was kind of by myself, that I'm okay being with me. I can have a good time by myself. I don't need 5, 10, 20 people to have a good time. I entertain myself every day, all day, laugh, joke with myself. And it might look weird, I guess, because I'm over there sometimes talking to myself and having a good time. and don't need all of that. Sorry, that's my wife in the background. She's putting her Legos together. Who knew? Who would have thought that my wife, of all people, if you knew her, never saw that coming. Didn't see it coming. But she enjoys it, so that's good. I'm glad she does. So if you hear some hollering, it's because she either can't find a Lego piece or she can't get it to fit. So it's kind of humorous at times, but I digress. But back to the whole point of where I was going is, but yeah, I kind of locked myself into myself, I guess, and got really, really deep and really got to know myself, I guess. And I was happy and content. So when I left there and I moved back home, I didn't go and reach out to people. I have a very small, limited group of people that I call friends and I hang out with. And it's very small. It's just very few people at church that I hang out with. It's not a lot. And that's okay, because that's just the way I am, the way my mind thinks. I don't need that's just a bunch of noise and a lot of coming and going, just here, just constantly running. You can wear yourself out. I used to do that, and it was always going here, going there, going here, going there. But that's when I was in my 20s. Now I'm in my 40s. I don't think so, Tim. I'm a homebody. I enjoy being home. I learned that about myself, that I don't need all that. I can be here and just be content, and I can be happy here. But at the same time, when I want to, when I'm ready to, I can go out and hang out with some people and then come back home or invite some people over. Just like I said, we have a small group, and that's good. I enjoy that. And so I guess why I have a hard time connecting and talking to people is probably because I spend about 95% of my time in my head. You know, I don't talk a lot. It's not because I'm scared of you. It's just I don't have much to say a lot of the times, and I'm in a different place and a different level. And some of the things I think about is nobody really cares but me. So it's kind of hard to, I guess, talk about things that nobody's really interested in but you, you know? It's kind of like I don't tell people. I've only told one or two people even know that I'm even doing this. Not a lot of people is watching this, but that's okay. This is more for me to work on, just talking to people and working on that social skill, which I'll be upfront and honest. I'm terrible at. I'm horrible at just talking to people in general and asking them questions and curious about what they're doing, because a lot of times I hate to say this, but it's like sometimes I just don't really care because I hear a lot of drama. I don't want to get pulled into that. I keep drama at a distance because I don't want to get sucked into that. I don't want to get pulled into that. And it's like a black hole, man. You get sucked in it and you can't get out. And next thing you know, you're involved, and it's a whole thing. And it's tiring even thinking about it. But yeah, I guess that's my struggle. Like at the beginning of this, I was struggling to find the words to say because I don't know what to say half the time. I sit down and I do this. I have no script. I don't read off of anything. Literally, all this is what's coming out of my brain at this moment. This wasn't even what I was thinking about. I was thinking about other stuff before I sat down, and when I sat down, it just went. Like, where'd you go? Why'd you leave? I don't know. My brain's weird. I don't know if I'm the only one like this or if there's other people out there who are like me. If you are, leave a comment down below. If you're watching. If not, I'm the only one, and that's okay. But let's see what I was going to say about today. I'm going to circle back around now since I got all that out of the way. Today, I've been trying to figure out how to secure my fence because literally that Thursday, right before the storm hit, and I said this before, that our dog got out. She was able to dig out underneath the fence. So now we're like having to keep a close eye. I can't just let her out there anymore because she gets out, she wanders around, and she's over there digging, trying to get out. So it's kind of like I'm having to watch her constantly. I let her run free and deal with her, but the wife, she can't. She struggles with that, and so she takes her out on the leash to walk her in the yard, which, she works from home, so it's kind of hard she can't do that all the time. So today I spent trying to rack my brain on how am I going to fix this? What am I going to do? I mean, we bought her they call them training collars now, but it is a shock collar. It has that capability on it, but it has other functions too. That's kind of like, for me, that is the last action that I would use on her, is the shocking aspect of it. It has a beeping sound, it has the vibration, and then it has the shocking capability out of it. And I try not to use that if I don't. I've only used it once or twice because she wouldn't stop doing what she was doing. And a lot of times when she gets in that mood, you can't stop her. She won't listen. If you try to grab her, she just runs around you in circles, runs all over the place. If you try to get onto her, she's running all over the place. She won't stop. She won't listen. And that's my fault because I haven't been working with her like I should have been. She's 7 months now, and the older and older and older she's getting, the more harder and harder it is going to be to train her. She will over time pick up some things, but it's just going to be harder, and I know that. So that's just one thing I've been working on, and so I bought a bunch of cinder blocks today. I bought 15 to put in the areas where she was digging, because I caught her digging in another spot on the other side of the fence today. And when I walked out there, she had like part of her chest and her head was out, and I was like, great, here we go, another spot. So you fill the holes in, and I put cinder blocks there. It's not pretty. And on the other side, original spot. So I got a lot of that, some of that taken care of, but everywhere else is vulnerable. I mean, so those are the spots that she's picked out for right now. So that's partly what I've done. And then also I bought today I can tell you. It's on my phone. I bought it's an electric dog fence. It's called the Extreme Pro Dog Fence System. Whatever. It's just Extreme Dog Fence. I guess that's the name of it. So that's what I bought, and I brought the Pro one. So that's supposed to be here Thursday. So it can go under the ground, or somebody said you could put it above ground if you want to. So I bought that. I bought 1,000 feet of it, and see what that's going to do. Hopefully that'll work and keep her in the fence, because I don't want her to get out and get hurt. I don't want somebody to take her, because she is a very beautiful dog, and I don't want her to get hurt. I don't want her to get killed or anything like that, because we do love her. We've gotten accustomed to her. We want to keep her. Is she a pain and hurt in the tail end? Yes, she is, very much so. But she is goofy as all get out too. In the beginning, she was like the goofiest, just like uncoordinated thing, flopping around with her paws. I don't know. And then she's got this huge personality. Like I said before, it's really big, and it's bold, and it's bright. So, and she is completely different than for what I've had in the past. So it's been another new challenge, I guess. I don't know why I do this to myself, but yeah. So that's coming Thursday. So hopefully Friday I will get that at least put out, hopefully, and then we can start working with it, because I think they said it takes like 3 weeks of training for the animal to get used to it. It's going to depend on how smart she is, how quick she picks it up, and she might pick it up quick, fast, in a hurry, and she might not pick it up. It might take her a lot longer. I hope she does. The collar I'm using I'm using the beeping, and then if I have to, I use the vibration, and it does deter her a lot. But it's like every time she goes out there, she forgets and goes right back to the spot. So I have to beep her or whatever. I try to beep her first to get her attention, and then if that doesn't work, I hit the vibrate. It doesn't hurt her at all. The vibrate don't hurt her at all. Because I try it before I even put this on her. I tried it myself. I put it on my wrist, put it tight, and I was hitting the button. And the beeping, it doesn't do anything. It's just beeps. It's just a sound. The vibration, I got it to the max, and it just vibrates. That's it. Does not hurt. And the shocking, yes, I shocked myself. Did I go to the max? No, because it goes up to 99. Ain't no way. That'll kill your dog, man. As far as I went was 5, and that was plenty to get the attention. It didn't really like hurt, sting, but it was enough to like, whoa, okay, I gotcha. So like I said, I used it on her the first day. I used it twice, not once. I used it twice, and she did yelp. I didn't like it, so I'm trying to do everything not to do that. So the beeping and the vibration combination it's deterring her from doing whatever she's doing. So that's good. I try to not do the other way because that's just horrible. I don't like that. But it's in extreme, very extreme situations. It has to be like to the 9 for me to use it. So far, I've only done that one time, and I haven't had to do it since, which is good. Which I wish I didn't have to do it the first time. But that's the whole point. It's training. This is a no-go area. It's just going to take some time because she is stubborn. Stubborn as all get out. But I guess it's okay. I mean, it's part of it. She's a dog. She's going to do what a dog does. She's an animal, of course. Just like we are humans, we are people. We do what people do. And it takes God's correcting, to get us back in line. I guess, and I think of that sometimes when I'm correcting her. Tell her, don't do this, stay away from there, don't go there, put that down. God's the same way with us. He's like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. Put that down. Quit looking at that. I think about that sometimes, like, man, God's got his hand full with us, and he's got his people. He's got one dog. I couldn't even imagine having billions of people to look at every single day, every single hour, every moment of life, and just seeing everything that goes on. It's got to be intense. But God is God. He's all powerful and he's almighty, so he can handle it. I can't. We can't. So that's one thing I have learned from that is the obedience. I've really been picking up. Now, am I obedient all the time? No. I feel like most days I feel like the worst one. Like Paul, man, chiefest of sinners sometimes. But I guess in having Jenny, I guess you kind of have the idea of what God sees and what he goes through with us because of that, the obedience and the training. That's why we have scripture. That's why we have all these, that we can look and see this is what God tells us we can and can't do. And the can't do's are not there to keep you down. And I look at it as it keeps you safe, because if you continue in those things you're not supposed to do, it's problems. You just create another problem, and God's just trying to keep you from that. And I used to look at it as like, man, I can't do this, you can't do that. But then this past year or so, I guess, I've been looking at it from a different perspective. I tried to see it through his eyes and see that he's just trying to keep us safe. And I like that. So it's been different on that front. But yeah, I hope everybody's safe, made it to the storm safely. I know there's another big one coming up there on the East Coast, and I hope people are prepared and just pray that they have safety and everything. So, but yeah, I think I've been rambling on long enough here, so I'm going to leave it at that. And so until we meet again, peace and ramble on.